everybody, this is Bob from Buckeye Sports Center. We're really excited today to take a look at the new 2021 Bayliner DX 2050. This is a 20-foot deck boat model in an IO configuration. It's also available in an outboard configuration, but today we're going to take a look at the IO. A few things to note on this boat. It's a new model as of 2020, so it has some cool innovations in how they designed the hull with some different hull lines and some geometry type things that make the boat look a little richer and better versus just an old traditional flat-sided hull. Other cool features. It's a very deep boat. It's a very large 20-foot boat, so very roomy, very deep. And one of the other things I really like about this boat is that when you look at the actual hull of the boat, a lot of times deck boats you'll get into a where the boat's really flat on the bottom and they don't really ride that well. But this boat, Bayliner's always been known for having good riding boats. The boats ride really well for the size, and there's no exception when you look at the hull and the deep V that this Bayliner DX 2050 has. A very deep V in the front that extends all the way to the front of the boat rather than kind of taper off like a lot of deck style boats do. So we're really excited about this boat. I know we're going to saw a lot of them, so let's take a look inside. So we're going to start first off on the transom area of the boat. A couple of things here with this one has the optional extended swim platform, so you actually have two levels of the swim platform, just a lot of space back here. In the inboard-outboard configuration, you obviously this is great for kids to be jumping in and out, jumping in the water, that type of deal. I've got the rear conversion seat, so you can actually sit here facing backwards. You can also sit facing forwards. Kind of a cool little thing, a little cell phone area, charging area right here, cup holder. So a really comfortable area to lounge, and while you're docking or while you're on the beach or something like that. Just a really good area right around here in the transom. So storage is really all over this boat. This boat's very deep, so there's a lot of storage areas. This particular compartment here in the transom area is an easy access cooler. Rather than have the cooler under the seat, this is removable in and out, so you can take it and put it in different spots in the boat. But right here, it's a pretty good area where you don't have to worry about anybody sitting and taking a cushion off or whatever. Okay, as we move into the cockpit area of the boat, one of the cool things with this L configuration, we now flip the seat backwards, so now we can sit facing forward. But one of the cool things about this L configuration is there's a lot of different ways you can use this. This little forward-facing seat, you can actually just get rid of it if you like. You can actually keep it in there. You can actually remove this bow seat here and have more of a traditional bucket style where you're just sitting, with your legs in that area where the speaker is right there. So there's just a couple different ways you can utilize it. You can actually take this out and sit facing backwards if you like. So there's probably 2 or 3 different ways you can actually configure the boat depending on what you're doing, how many people you have on the boat. There's definitely some versatility in this seating, which normally you're not going to find on a value price boat like this boat is. Normally that's a high dollar feature to have multiple different seating configurations and options. So that's pretty cool that Bayliner offers this on a 20-foot deck boat. So the helm area, I'm a taller guy and I've got plenty of space. I'm 6'2", and actually I've got the seat actually tilted a little bit forward. I can actually move the seat back. So there's just a lot of versatility in how this can sit. And then having a nice little footwell also gives you more flexibility. So really this boat, can accommodate many different driver sizes. A lot of times we get into a boat and it's kind of, harder for me to maneuver in and out of it, and this one's actually pretty good. Full instrumentation at the dash, really sharp dash with some carbon fiber, graphics in it and built into it. Stereo control, depth finder, trim, RPM, all your, fuel and all your pertinent gauges, all your accessory switches are easily accessible. Your throttle is conveniently located. Sometimes, it's kind of an awkward position to use, but this one's nicely, positioned for me to use the boat really easily, and really just a nice clean dash area. Not too busy, but it has all the stuff you need. As we move into the bow area, again, this is only a 20-foot boat, but this is a really, probably the biggest 20-foot bow I've ever seen in any boat. Being the deck style wider bow, this is a very easy boat to sit, easily 3 people, potentially 4, if you take out the center cushion that's removable there. But again, just space is the name of the game. They have nice padding all the way through the whole bow area, so you can kind of sit angling in whatever direction you want. Sometimes the sides won't have pads and you kind of have to sit either facing forward, or sometimes there's not pads that'll, I'm again a bigger guy and I'm sitting on this pad right now. It's actually very comfortable feeling. There's also a couple features. You can You can actually, if you're boarding and boarding consistently from the bow, you can actually, obviously you've got your storage here as well that goes all underneath all the seats and actually under the helm over there. And then you also have your bow boarding ladder if you do board from the bow. And then there's some good traction control steps where you can step onto the boat. Plenty of space there. And a lot of times on a deck style boat, you bleed 2 or 3 feet of space by having those steps in the front. This one, you only lose about 1 foot of space to have those steps. So really a good design from Bayliner to really maximize the size inside the boat. So again, storage is the name of the game on this DX 2050. Just a couple little convenient little storage areas. This is a good area for your wallets or cell phones on the driver's side area. And then on the port side, you've got actually a much larger area that's actually got 2 different levels to it. So you can put some easier to access stuff on the top level, and then you actually can open up these compartments here. There's actually additional storage underneath that actually goes all the way to the bow. So if you need to have some longer items or something like that, that compartment actually connects all the way to the bow. So again, convenient storage. There's a space for everything. If you got your cushions that you want to put away, it's really easy to do that. Life jackets, whatever you need. So just like you would find on a traditional, inboard outboard boat, you do have a nice size ski locker. Again, Bayliner's done a lot over the last couple of years of really improving the fit and finish on their boat. So you see how this has a nice gas assist shock on it. You also see that there's a full drain control with a drain around the edge with rubber gaskets. So again, really more of a premium fit and finish that maybe Bayliner didn't have in the past, but they're definitely getting a lot better. And you'll typically find that feature on a high-end boat, and now it's on this Bayliner at a pretty reasonable price. So again, power is the name of the game on this boat. This boat's powered by the Merc Cruiser 4.5 liter 200 horsepower engine. That gives you good overall performance in a 20-foot boat. You can opt up to a 250 horsepower, but normally we're going to see those on the 22-foot deck boats. But this one seems to perform pretty well for almost every recreational use with the 200 horsepower. Your battery location is really convenient right here. Again, fit and finish is excellent on these compartments compared to what you see on some boats. And this boat actually has a cockpit table that we didn't talk about that mounts in the cockpit. So that's included, and again has its nice own little storage area out of the way from everything else. Thanks again for checking out the Bayliner 2021 DX 2050. For more information about this boat or see other boats on our website, visit BuckeyeSportsCenter.com. Thanks again for watching.